My dear friends, our gospel text is from Luke chapter 9, from verse 28b to 36. The passage is about the transfiguration of our blessed Lord on the mountain in the company of the three disciples, Peter, James, and John. The theme is the classroom of silence. Speech is silver, but silence, they say, is golden. There comes a time in our lives where there is a need for silence. Silence helps us to be in touch with our inner selves. And that's why Jesus oftentimes will leave the crowd and the disciples and be alone with the Father. In today's text, Jesus climbs a high mountain with the three disciples. By doing so, he enters into the classroom of silence. The word transfiguration, as we know, is a combination of two words. Trans, which means change, and then figure, which means form or appearance. In our context, we understand transfiguration to mean the change in Jesus' form or appearance. Now, this reminds us of Moses when his face became radiant, so much so that the people of Israel could not speak to him directly. They had to veil his face in order to speak with him. Now, this radiance or this change that took place was possible because Moses had spent time with God on Mount Sinai. The point is this: transfiguration is possible only through prayer. And that's why the text makes it abundantly clear that while Jesus was praying, his face changed in appearance and his clothing became dazzling white. So it is prayer that brings about transfiguration. It is prayer that makes the change possible. Whatever change we desire, it's possible through prayer. That is why in the season of Lent, the church reminds us about the necessity of prayer. Just as Jesus made time to climb the mountain with his disciples to pray, we are expected to also make time for prayer. Making time to be alone with God is what Machiavelli calls the classroom of silence. With all that is going on within us and around us, we need this now more than ever. Once we are able to enter into the classroom of silence, three things happen. One is that glory is revealed. Jesus' glory was revealed, and the voice of the Father thundered, "This is my chosen Son, listen to him." Alone with God in the classroom of silence, our dignity as God's children is affirmed. A lot of the challenges that we face today can make us doubt God's love for us. But prayer makes us aware of who we are. Prayer affirms our dignity. Prayer reveals our glory as God's children. 2, mission is affirmed. When Moses and Elijah appeared in glory, the passage says they spoke of his exodus that he was going to accomplish in Jerusalem. This affirmed the mission Jesus had to carry out by his suffering, death, and resurrection. In the classroom of silence, therefore, there is clarity of mission. What is my mission on earth? What are the things receiving my attention? What am I living for? Questions such as these are answered during prayer. 3, faith is strengthened. The passage says, when the disciples became fully awake, they saw Jesus' glory and also saw Moses and Elijah standing with him. This revelation was meant to strengthen the faith of the disciples for the suffering and death which was yet to take place in Jerusalem. The truth is that in the classroom of silence, our faith is strengthened, and this enables us to persevere in suffering. At prayer, our faith is renewed in the face of pain. The conclusion, therefore, is this: that in the season of Lent, we are offered the opportunity to enter into the classroom of silence and be alone with God. It is in this classroom of silence that God leads us and teaches us. May God bless us all. Amen.